This podcast is not sponsored or supported by any business or organization. The views reflected on these podcast episodes are my own. Please be aware I am not a medical expert, travel agent, or any other kind of expert. Hey everyone, welcome to the Eat, Explore, Love podcast. I'm Ashley. This podcast is based off of my blog of the same name, Eat, Explore, Love. It talks about the unique challenges in traveling around the world when you have celiac disease. Due to sort of popular demand, I decided to also record a podcast to delve a little deeper into my travels and the lessons learned along the way. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Eat, Explore, Love. This week's episode is about Tallahassee, Florida, and the bond that you make with people that you're getting to work with and travel with through your work. Hi everyone. As we approach the end of the year, we are also approaching the end of season 1 of Eat, Explore, Love, the podcast. It's been a wild ride with lots of adventures to share. We are taking the first few months of the year to regroup and figure out our next steps. And the Eat, Explore, Love team would love to hear from you. We have a couple of ideas brewing, but we want to hear from our listeners to see if there's anything that would be helpful for you. We're looking for any type of feedback, ranging from, should I look into getting a co-host? Would you like to be more of an active part of the podcast where I interview you guys about your favorite cities? Would you want to hear from more medical experts, travel experts, self-love experts? If you have any thoughts, we want to hear them at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. We at Eat, Explore, Love appreciate all of your support and kindness in listening over the past year. That's 130 episodes that you've sat through and listened to. I've been so lucky to not only be able to go on all the adventures I've been able to experience, but I've been so lucky to have all of you to share this with. Make sure to sign up for our newsletter and send us an email at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. Now, back to the show. So I didn't get to eat in too many places in Tallahassee. It was pretty much a 24-hour trip. But one place that we went to was Boro Boro, which had, pretty extensive gluten-free options, and everything was incredibly fresh. And I thought with being in the middle of Florida, nothing would be really appetizing or great for gluten-free, and I was incredibly wrong, especially when it came to this restaurant. So for the link to Boro Boro, please go check out the blog at hieatexplorelove.com. So as far as what there is to do in Tallahassee, didn't really have time to do a lot. In the time that we did have, we mainly just took that opportunity to sit outside in a park and just take in the sunshine. It was February and in the 70s, and it was gorgeous, and loved basking in the sun. It was also fun just walking around the Capitol, just very peaceful area, not typical what you expect of a capital city or a city in general where there's a lot of hustle and bustle. In Tallahassee, it's quite calm. So enjoyed it quite a bit. So in life, you have different categories for the people in your life, right? You have for me, I have my theater friends. I have what I call my Sachem friends. I have my Hofstra friends. I have my work friends. And then I have my lifers that they don't really fit in a category anymore. They've been in my life enough time where they no longer apply. And everybody has those types of categories and the levels of how much they're willing to commit to each of those categories. I think when you have your travel buddy category, those are a pretty intense, special type of relationship. And the first time I got to experience that with a stranger was in Tallahassee with Sarah, who's been on the podcast a bunch of times. And this is where we kind of fell in love and realized that we were great in traveling together and pretty go with the flow, or at least she is. I'm the planner of the group. She's the go with the flow person. And it was a really awesome experience to get to know her, and Tallahassee was a really great city to get to do that because the vibe there was so relaxing and beautiful sunshine. So I think that it was a lot of fun, and it gave us opportunity to really bond and have a special relationship that caused us to go outside of the work friend category for a little bit. So I now look fondly back on Tallahassee as the city where friendships are made. So I really enjoyed Tallahassee, and I think that, it says a lot and a lesson learned for me of how to treat friends in each category, and how it's also fine to blur those lines a little bit sometimes. Not always with coworkers, you have to be careful, but sometimes it's nice to be a little bit vulnerable with people, and it causes friendships that can really go the distance. So that was my experience in Tallahassee. This episode's a little bit short and sweet, but I hope you all enjoyed it. And on to the wrap-up questions. Do I feel the city is safe for those with celiac? It's really hard for me to say because I was only there for 24 hours and I only ate at one location. But the one location I ate at was pretty great. Favorite place to eat? Well, I only have one to choose from, Boro Boro. My favorite memory from the experience, getting to know Sarah. Is this a city to vacation to or live in? I think it's more of a place where you live. Is this a place to relax or be active? I think there seems to be a lot of forest area there, so maybe there's some hiking involved, but it seems to be a place to relax. How are the people? I don't remember, so I guess that means they were nice. And that's it for my wrap-up questions. As always, till next time. Thank you for joining me this week for all the fun journeys and lessons learned on my big adventure called life. For more information on the different cities discussed, check out the blog posts on hieatexplorelove.com, posted every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you have any questions or fun stories to share, feel free to reach out at hieatexplorelove@gmail.com. Until next week, remember to eat well, explore the world, and love yourself. See you next time. This episode is produced, scripted, and edited by me, Ashley. Special thanks to Sarah Mientka.